So we wrote this cover because mostly the white paper on Felda is due out on December 10th, right?
Yep.
But we don't know. We don't know what's in it, right? It could be. We only have an indication of what's in it, and
We
you
didn't
talk
get a
to
chance. We don't have it. Like, it's quite private, I think.
Exactly. So the people you've talked to have come up with kind of 3 possibilities that could be in there, right?
They saw the white paper, so it's in there.
Yeah. So the 3 ways of saving Felda are, as far as I can tell, is beefing up management, privatizing it, FGV in particular, and of course merging it with Felcra. So tell me whether the beefing up with management, is that something that's going to bring sort of real change, or is it like a PR exercise?
It sounds like a PR exercise. I don't know. Because, I mean, if you look at it, like FGV had a son of a settler as the CEO. And somehow that didn't work out. So I don't know. And also it depends on how serious they are about it, you know.
Because people did and the thing that was the sort of mentioned was, it was just not managed well.
Yeah.
So good management couldn't hurt, I suppose.
The thing is, you don't know how deep the rot is entrenched.
Okay.
And you see, that's the other thing again. Because FGV was listed, so at least we know to a certain extent some of the problems they have. But with Felda, you don't know, you see. So when they talk about, coming to the other one, where they privatize FGV, maybe it's not such a good idea, because you have to have a lot of scrutiny on stuff like this, companies like this, you see.
I get that. So the privatization, I suppose, came about from what your sources say is that they think that listing FGV was a big mistake to begin with, especially when you looked at something like the age profile of their trees. So, I mean, we've talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
They're old.
Yeah.
It's really odd.
6 years ago.
And this was 6 years ago. I mean, like...
Now it's 14.5 years, something, the average age of the trees. Yeah.
So you are listing something with a very old age profile. The business doesn't seem to be doing as well. And it's nowhere near the 455 it listed at. Let's remember that. So is privatizing it a good way to sort of like at least wipe that part of the slate clean? Or at least that's what the paper argues.
Look at it this way, you end up forking out a lot of money. But then after that, how long will it take you to get that back, you know? I mean, yeah, you wholly own FGV and all, but if it's badly run, you're back to square one. I mean, now when it's listed, at least there's some amount of scrutiny on it. People are watching to see what they do, you know? Like there are investigations ongoing. If it wasn't listed, I don't think all that would happen. Because why? Just sweep everything under the carpet, so much easier, you know?
Well, the third thing that they suggested as maybe a way to save Felda was a merger with Felcra, of all things. How would that work?
I don't know much about it. I don't know much about Felcra, actually. They just got some new guy in as the MD. And but one thing interesting, I was told they're both under Azmin now, Felda and Felcra, Azmin's ministry. So I don't know if they're looking at it seriously or what. And then you don't know if there might be changes to the white paper even, because as some of the guys mentioned, there is nothing on Eagle High in there. So that's a bit odd.
And that has always been the bone of contention, right? Peter Sondak, close friend of ex-PM Najib, you know, and the Eagle High deal, which, you know, Felda went on a massive PR spin trying to tell you that it was a good thing that they're buying, even though everybody else was saying that they're overpaid.
Even FGV didn't buy it.
Exactly. So why, from the guys you spoke to, is there so little mentioned? You know, it's like, what, is it something that will have eventually crop up again? They
were surprised that there was not much on Eagle High, because I think that's like we called it the elephant in the room, you know, and 505 million US, it's a lot of money, man.
Then I will ask you this final sort of like thing, and as a devil's advocate, why should we save Felda anyway? You know, why not pick up the pieces of what you can?
You see, Felda, Tabung Haji and all this is very close to us, you know. It's our people now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't let them down somehow. It's like the management is bad. That doesn't mean the people are bad, you know. And they've put their faith in it. So just, I mean, give them what's due. It's not right when they get duped like this, you know.
So what's the best case scenario then from the white paper?
I didn't see it, so I don't know. But we hope for a good outcome at least.
Okay. Worst case scenario, things just keep on chugging?
Worst case scenario, they privatize FGV, and everything gets swept under the carpet again, like
But
how
that-
it was last time. Yeah,
But we shouldn't be that way, should it?
shouldn't be that way, lah. You should be open about things and make public as much as you can. Everything. So it's just so opaque, everything in the end. And that's not how a company should be run.
For more on the stories, pick up a copy of The Edge Weekly at all good newsstands.